Why we're here today. Today, we continue to honor the life of Trooper Brooke Jones' story, sworn to protect and serve the citizens of Illinois and our communities, and provide the safety which is too often paid for with the lives of the officers you see their names inscribed on this wall. So all our citizens and visitors can come and hopefully understand the price that were paid by these individuals, these brave men and women and their families, and what they have sacrificed.
For putting others' safety above your own time after time after time. Thank you for doing right by those in need. It's deeply unfair that Brooke lost her life so early, and that all of you have to live with the trauma of her loss, that we have to bear that heaviest weight of all, grief. But just as she was willing to do anything to perform her duties, every single one of us who knew her or who knew of her now has a duty of our own, to honor her memory just as she would have wanted, on being there for each other, on watching and having each other's backs, by looking out for the vulnerable, by living a life of service, just as she did every day.
Thank you, Senator. Ladies and gentlemen, the Director of the Illinois State Police, Brendan Kelly.
As many of you know, Trooper Brooke Jones' story tragically died in the line of duty on March 28, 2019, when she was struck while conducting a commercial motor vehicle inspection. Like the others memorialized on this wall, Trooper Jones' story was doing what she was called to do, preserving and protecting life. Her selfless acts of service resulted in a life ended too soon, but her legacy will live on. That is the ISP family's commitment to all of you. To Brooke's family, husband and retired Master Sergeant Robert Story, Mother Carol, Father Mark, Sister Lindsay, and other family and friends, there are no fancy words anyone can speak that can measure up to your loss. To all of you, may this memorial park forever serve as a place to honor her and as a reminder of her courage, her sacrifice, her compassion for others, and her commitment to protecting the least among us. Robert, your incredible strength to be here today to carry on Brooke's causes and to be there for other surviving families is a testament to your unwavering love for her and your law enforcement family. You have a unique burden as both Brooke's husband and an individual who swore the same oath that she did. We are also proud of and grateful for how you have carried this burden and shared this burden, showing the world your pain so that others may be spared of it, and to ensure that words are matched by action. And part of your advocacy, because of your advocacy, the governor is looking forward to signing the Strengthen Move Over law next month, which will rightly be done in the District 16 area. Robert and Brooke's family, you say Brooke is always with us. So Brooke, thank you. Thank you for your years of selfless service to our community. Thank you for protecting the citizens of our state. And thank you for being a wonderful example of a compassionate human being.
Hi, I'm Robert Story. I'm the husband of Brooke Jones' Story. I'm joined up here at the podium by Lindsay Jones, which is Brooke's sister. And we're joined by Mark and Carol, which is her dad and mom. Brooke Jones' Story was killed in the line of duty by a reckless driver on March 28, 2019. And that's the last time I'm going to speak of that. Instead, I want to talk about her life. Brooke's the youngest daughter of Mark and Carol, sister of Nick and Lindsay, stepmother of Brittany, Brian, Rachel, grandmother of Ella, and of course my wife. She was born March 3rd, 1985 with beautiful red curly hair. Grew up in Warren, Illinois, which is a little town of absolutely nothing. But it's a beautiful little town. She was a standout athlete whose drive to compete and to win can only be described as tenacious. She loved soccer and volleyball, and with Lindsay, she made the state tournament in 1999. At the time, she was in the smallest school to have ever made the state tournament. She was offered a tryout with Michigan State to play volleyball, but chose to join Lindsay at University of Wisconsin Parkside. And Mom and Dad never missed a single volleyball game. Brooke graduated in 3 years so that she could join the ISP. She was in CC 115, whose motto was, or is, sorry, send me to protect, send me to serve, send me to lead, send me. And that's exactly what Brooke did. Brooke and I met at a crash, and we married in 2012. Brooke's my dream. She loves motorcycles. She would have loved that ride today because she also loves hot weather. And that's where we differed. She loved all sorts of sports. She loved working out at RX Fitness in Stockton, where we worked out every day. She loved the Cubs, and she made it to a playoff game and a World Series game, which was outstanding for her. And she loved animals. We started fostering animals when we lived in Rockton. We started fostering for no-kill dog shelter, and we started fostering litters of puppies until she found the dog love of her life named Daisy. Daisy was a 125-pound Cane Corso Mastiff, who, by the way, Brooke had sleep in our bed. Didn't care about me, but the dog slept in the bed. And like Brooke, that dog loved unconditionally. Since moving to a farm, we now have 21 donkeys, 4 horses, 2 potbelly pigs, 10 chickens, 4 dogs, and who knows how many cats. And that's really what Brooke loves, helping what needs helping. Brooke also loves her peers, the people who have helped us get to this point. And I've written this several times, and I constantly forget people, so do not get offended if I forget a name. I apologize up front. The troopers from District 16 who are our work family. Emmett Clifton, Troy Osborne, Alan Taylor, Sharon White, Robert Pagliaro, who designed all this Wonder Woman stuff. She got all those from me, but they have been a few, but they were there for her too. There's been a few others who have really stepped up and done a lot more for the family than some. Marcia Banfi, been a sister to me. Callie Worsfold, you're Brooke's best friend. And maybe more than anybody else, Brian McPeak, who she always thought of as her brother. I will tell you right now that Brooke would hate everything about this. She hates funerals, she hates death, she hates honors. But she would thank the governor, she would thank Director Kelly, she would thank COPS organization and Terry, and for the people out there on that COPS bicycle ride today who we met with earlier today. She would thank Sarah Dethridge Steele for helping me as much as she has. She would thank Senator Tammy Duckworth for being such a brave, strong woman. And mostly, she would thank Jack Garcia for this beautiful spot to honor people. Thank you, sir. She would thank all of you for helping her family continue. She would also honor Hailey Lambert and Stacy Ellis for being such strong ladies. But above everything else, Brooke loved her family. Mom and Dad, who showed her right from wrong, had supported her goals and dreams. She would have picked you as parents, but God did it for her. Lindsay, who means everything to her. You should have been her twin. You are anyhow. And Brittany, Brian, and Rachel, who she inherited from me, and she accepted and loved completely. And Ella, our granddaughter, who she loved to spoil and tease. Brooke loves life, and because of that, she will never truly die. So until we meet again, Brooke, you're my one, and I love you.
2018 and 2019. Okay, if we could take our seats, we'll get started. I know there's some other state and local officials here, and I want to thank them for all the support they demonstrate. Mr. Leo Schmidt is here. Thank you. Former ISP. I also want to recognize a young man who's here with us today, Zachariah Cartledge. Young man proudly runs with a flag everywhere.